If your kids got into a fight this week, there's a good chance that you stepped in, tried to control the behavior, and figure out exactly who was guilty in that moment. And from there, it probably turned into some argument, some tears, a lot of talking, maybe consequence, maybe repair, maybe both, who knows. But the next time that happens, I need you to shift your approach. We interrupt, we separate to regulate, and then we reconnect. Because when we enter sibling conflict, parents, we tend to escalate to stabilize the situation, and then we move into investigation and negotiation. It's a logical sequence and it resolves the moment, but it doesn't actually meet the emotional needs underneath the problem, and it doesn't align with what we know about effective interventions for cruelty and bullying. So the second you hear raised voices across the house, I need you to walk in calmly, gently say to the little one, come with me. To the victim, go to a quiet room, sit down, and listen to the silence. You put your hand on their back and you don't talk. You let the silence bring everyone back to safety. We don't have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to cruelty and conflict. We use peer-reviewed bullying research, and we just took 3 expert steps to intervene more effectively with that one little choice. First, we interrupted the moment without escalation. Interruption is always the first step because you have to disrupt patterns of conflict before they continue and become functional cruelty. The thing that we get wrong about that is sibling conflict is we interrupt by becoming the loudest, biggest, scariest person in the fight, establishing hierarchy to cool everyone down. But in that escalation, we're proving that escalation, emotionality, and fear work. Aggressor tactics work. The second thing that we did was we leveraged physical separation to create regulation. Physical space is a tool, silence is a tool. When you leave the room with one child, you've allowed both space and quiet. We usually get straight into negotiation, investigation, arbitration. Everyone's already in fight or flight, no one feels safe, and we rely on our worst social habits to communicate. Stop talking. There's literally nothing you can say that's going to settle their nervous system in that moment, but silence will. And the third thing you've done right is reconnect the victim to safety. Sibling conflict is lopsided, not because our kids are not physical and mental equals. Bullying research always says that effective intervention starts with acknowledging the victim. But usually we end up in prolonged conversation with the more aggressive sibling saying, what's going on? Are you okay? Where's this coming from? But the heightened attention and connection inadvertently reinforces that behavior as functional. We have to make the behavior less functional. In order to do that, we choose to connect the victim first. Of course, you connect with the other kid, and there's maybe consequences, and there definitely needs to be repair. But that can wait until everyone is well into regulation. And if you handle the emotion, the behavior will follow. But if you chase the behavior, you're going to keep getting the fight.